Hey guys, what's up? My name is Max, and I'm the dad to Pickle and Sprout, who you can see right here. Pickle is sleeping, chilling. Sprout is probably going to be making a lot of noise unless I pet him and give him attention. But anyway, thank you so much for joining this Q&A. I asked you guys to submit questions on Instagram. You guys sent in a ton, so thank you for doing that. I'll go through about 5 right now, and then I'll save some others for a future video. And then, of course, submit other questions as you have them, and we'll go over them in future videos too. But hopefully these will be interesting to you all if you're looking into getting a mini pig, or if you just want to learn more about Pickle and Sprout. This is a good example of their personalities. Sprout is a baby and wants attention and wants to make noise all the time, and Pickle wants to sleep. So anyway, we'll get into the 5 questions that I picked for this first episode. Kristen Shaw USA is the first one, and she said, can you talk about pig energy levels? That's definitely based on the breeder, what type of pig it is, if it was socialized really well when it was younger with other pigs or humans or whoever it is. Age, I think, is a huge thing. Pickle was very energetic when he was younger, running around like crazy, doing all sorts of stuff. Now he's a lot more calm and kind of just wants to sleep and hang out. Sprout is pretty much taking over what Pickle was like when he was younger, so he throws himself onto pillows and blankets and throws himself at his toys and wants to run around all the time and wants attention. And so yeah, I think it's based on age. When they're younger, they have a lot more energy, they bounce around. I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos online with mini pigs just going crazy and wild because they have so much energy. And then I think as they age, they definitely mellow out a bit. So hopefully that answers your question. Number 2, I'm gonna butcher this name, so sorry about that. Irem Golbus, I think. I don't know, I'm sorry. You said, how did you guys get used to each other? So how did Pickle and Sprout get used to each other? At the beginning, it was a little bit of a challenge. When I first brought Sprout home, it was really easy, and I was like, well, this is kind of crazy. I can't believe they're getting along. And then all of a sudden it was like Pickle wanted to show that he was a dominant one. And if you've seen pigs with their mohawks go up on the back of their neck, that means they're either really excited about something and happy because they're getting a belly rub or a fork scratching or something like that, or they're really angry and defensive. So that happens with Pickle and Sprout, and Pickle was Sprout was just showing you his butt right now, sorry. Sprout and Pickle was very angry, and he would get the mohawk a lot and try to show his teeth a lot. Nothing terrible, but he would definitely not like it when Sprout got too close to him, so I had to keep Sprout in like a little pack and play sort of thing. And even with that, Pickle would go up to it and kind of show his teeth at it and try to push it over and things like that. Again, nothing terrible. He never got super aggressive to where I was scared for Sprout, but definitely that's sort of the process. One of the pigs has to show that they're the dominant one compared to the other. So of course that was Pickle compared to Sprout. And that's sort of just the first couple weeks. I had to keep them separate. I had to watch them, gradually introduce them to each other and let them smell each other and feel everything out, and sort of just go from there. And then afterwards, after a couple weeks, they really started being more comfortable around each other and playing. Sprout wanted to play from the beginning, so he was always running at Pickle and just trying to mess around, and Pickle didn't really want to do that. But yeah, after the first couple weeks, it was fine, and they just hung out. Now, obviously, it's been several months. They sleep together. They play together. If I'm gone for a bit, they stay in the same room, and usually they just hang out and do whatever they need to do. So Pickle is waking up a little bit. I think Sprout was annoying him, so he has to readjust himself. But hopefully that answers your question. So the third one, Samuel Coat 24, are Pickle and Sprout mischievous? And that was similar to another question that I got, Big Heath Bar, who's a bigger rascal and who's more of a stinker? So kind of all the same question. I would say yes, they're mischievous. Pigs love to do anything they can with their nose. So if there's a chair, they want to push it around. If there's a box, they want to see what's inside of it. If it's the trash, they want to push that around and potentially get inside of that. So Definitely if you have things all around everywhere, you want to be careful because they will try to get into them, and they're very, very curious. Obviously, if you guys are watching this, you probably know a little bit about pigs and know their intelligence level is really high. So they're curious and they want to learn. They want to know what's inside different things. They love to open kitchen cabinets. So Sprout hasn't done too much of that yet, but Pickle definitely loves to open kitchen cabinets with his nose. And if there's Tupperware or something, he just messes around with it and sort of moves it around. Nothing too crazy, but he loves toilet paper rolls. So if he gets into the bathroom, he tries to pull at that. So yeah, they're just curious and they love to mess around with different things. Who's a bigger rascal and stinker? I would say this stage is definitely Sprout, just because he's younger and he sort of has all this energy and just wants to go a little bit crazy all the time. So at the same time, though, he's also a lot more calm if I pick him up. So Pickle was a little bit harder to adjust to that. He still doesn't love being picked up, but there's certain ways that I can pick him up and he's fine. So I'll probably do a video on that down the road showing the proper way to pick up a pig where they're not going to freak out. But yeah, so Pickle was not and is still not the biggest fan of being actually picked up from the ground. Sprout is really good about that. He's super calm. He'll squeal just for the first second, and then once I hold him, he's totally fine. So in that sense, I would say that Sprout is sort of better in terms of that, but he is more of a rascal. He tries to just run around all the time. He'll come down the stairs. Pickle is scared of the stairs and doesn't really want to come down. Sprout, if he hears me in the kitchen, he wants to run down the stairs and see what's going on. So that's just a little bit more about their personalities. Hopefully that answers that question. Then we had another question from Riley Ava, I think is how you say it. Does Pickle take on a big brother role to Sprout? I would actually say it's the opposite. Sprout definitely takes on a little brother role to Pickle, so he's constantly following him around. He does whatever he thinks Pickle is doing. So if he thinks Pickle is getting food, he wants to find out, well, where's my food? How can I get food? If Pickle is sniffing around somewhere, he thinks, oh, there's something there. I have to get in there too. So I would say Pickle is a good big brother in terms of he just kind of chills and lets Sprout do whatever, but Sprout definitely acts like a little brother, just following him around and wanting to be wherever he is. You can see right now he wants to be right next to Pickle. The noise he's making is he's teething, so he just constantly chomps 24/7. It's a little bit annoying, but hopefully we'll get through that. Hi. Yes. Or maybe he just wants some attention too. One last question is actually from one of Pickle and Sprout's friends. Tito the raccoon asked, how old do micro pigs live? So I've heard they live around 15 years or so. I know there's some others on Instagram that I follow that are 11, 12. So they definitely get up there, kind of like a dog. Hopefully these guys will have that sort of age as well. But everything I've heard so far is pretty much like a dog life expectancy, maybe around 15 years. So, well, yeah, I think that's everything. That's 5.5-ish questions answered for you all. So again, thank you for submitting. I do have some more saved that you already submitted, and I'll get to those in another video. Send me more. Below, you'll see the information to subscribe to Pickle's Instagram and to like his page on Facebook. Sprout, of course, is just sharing that page, so you'll see content for both of them on there. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just continue submitting them, and we'll go from there. So thank you.